and this is morning mobility. So before we get started, we're going to start off today with a little bit of balance. So if your balance is a little bit challenged, feel free to go ahead and grab a chair really quick, or you can use a wall if you have a wall or a sofa nearby. So let's go ahead and get started, finding a comfortable spot, standing up on our feet, spreading the toes, letting those arms dangle by our side. We're just going to practice with some gentle weight shifts. Let's also take a moment to focus on breathing, some nice deep breaths in, and then exhaling. So we're going to challenge the balance a little bit more now and shift over to one leg. Bring the other leg up into a 90-degree bend and roll the ankle. And let's roll the other way. Good, let's place that foot down, spread those toes on the stance foot, and switching legs. So flexing the other leg up, rolling the ankle. Good, let's switch directions. Good. All right, so this next stretch that we're going to do, I call them hip cars. So we're going to focus a lot on the legs and the hips this morning. So this would be a good time to grab your chair if your balance is challenged. We're going to make sure we create tension throughout the body except for the hips, trying to get the hips nice and open. So we're going to bring one leg up into flexion as comfortably as we can. Very important not to push through any pain with this exercise, with this stretch. Then we're going to bring our hip out as comfortably as we can. We're going to try to rotate so the heel up and bring that leg behind us into extension. Good. Pointing the knee down towards the floor. So making sure we're staying up nice and tall. We're going to reverse that movement on the same leg. We're going to come out, rotate, keeping those toes up, and back. Good. So we're going to go stay on the same leg, bring it up. Again, not leaning forward with the torso, nice and controlled. Pointing the knee down towards the floor. And then we're going to reverse. So coming out to the side. So these stand for controlled articular rotations. So we're going nice and slow for this movement, respecting where our bodies are this morning. I like to do about 3 each side. Awesome. So let's shake it out. We're going to go to the other side now. So you can challenge your balance if you're feeling good here. So we're going to come out to the side, rotate, bring it around. And we're going to reverse. So bringing that leg out, rotate, toes up. Good. Again, go at your own pace. Make sure we're breathing through this whole range of motion. Good, let's do one more. You might feel you get a little more confident as you practice. All right, awesome. So you can get your chair out of the way. We're going to stretch the hamstrings next. So let's go into a staggered stance. You can start with whichever side you would like. I'm going to start with my right leg out in front of me. So the left leg comes behind, a slight bend in the left. We're going to hinge at the hips, pushing them back. We're going to reach towards the floor and flex our right toes towards our face and sweep off the floor. So staying on that same leg. Nice deep breaths. Let's do about 5 reps each side. So sending those hips back. Shake it out if you need. We're going to switch sides. So I'm going to put my left foot in front, right foot is slightly behind. Bend in the right knee, sending those hips back. Flexing my toes. You might find that one side is tighter than the other, and that's normal. Let's get one more good hamstring stretch. All right. So we're going to go into a half kneeling position. If you want to grab a pillow or anything to cushion the knee, feel free to go ahead and do so. So we're going to go, I'm going to start stretching my left side. So let's keep the tailbone tucked. Core is nice and tight. We're going to slightly shift into that leg that's extended, and we're going to squeeze that glute. So I'm not moving very far. Good, relax. Let's set ourselves up again, keeping the hips nice and level. Go into our next stretch. Good, relax. Coming back up. Core nice and tight. Squeezing the glute, letting that hip flexor relax. Good, let's switch sides. So we're bringing the other leg up that we were just stretching. Tucking our tailbone, squeezing the glute, slightly shifting into the right hip flexor. Staying up nice and tall. Good, relax. Go into number 2 here. Good, relax. We'll go into one more here. Up nice and tall. tailbone, shift forward, and relax. All right, we're going to find ourselves on our mat sitting or on the floor. We're going to go into our 90-90 stretch. So we're going to start with that front leg in a 90-degree position and our back in a 90-degree. We're going to rotate the hips forward, like both of our hips are headlights. Chest up nice and tall. Let's try to hinge forward. And come back up. We're going to do about 5 reps on each side. Feel free to put your hands on the floor if you need some assistance here. Keep the chest up. Keeping your toes flexed. Okay, let's do one more. All right. Stretch it out a little bit. Let those hips loosen up here. We're going to go back and forth. And you can notice I'm leaning back, just letting my hips kind of passively move. All right, we're going to go on to the other side now. So 90-90 on the other side. 90-degree bend in our front, 90-degree in the back. Turning those hips towards the wall. Flashlights. We're going to hinge at the hips, chest up. And come back up. So 5 reps here. Chest up. One more. All right, awesome. So we're going to stretch our piriformis next. A personal favorite stretch of mine. We're going to come onto our back, knees bent. We're going to start with, I'm going to start with my left so you can see it. You're going to cross that leg over. You want to try to get your knees as close together as possible for the better stretch. Of course, if that's not comfortable, just hang out here and let this knee just hang out. But if you're more advanced, you're feeling good this morning, bring those knees together. Grab the ankle and try to pull this knee towards the center of your chest. So we're pulling almost at a diagonal. And let's just hang out here for a few seconds. Good, let's switch sides. And with this stretch, it's typical. If you feel a pinching sensation in the hip, don't push past it. So just let that leg hang out where you feel comfortable. Good. Let's go back on over to the other leg that we started with. Nice deep breaths here. All right, we'll go back on over to the other leg. Good. Let's do one more on each side. All right, last one. Hopefully you're loosening up a little bit more by now. All right, excellent. So we're going to find ourselves in a quadruped position, so hands and knees. We're going to bring one leg out, doesn't matter which one you start with. We're going to stretch our adductors and add a little bit of T-spine rotation with that. So try to keep your foot flat on the floor, gripping the floor with your toes. You're going to slightly sit back. So slightly sitting back till you feel a good stretch in the inner thigh or your adductors. You're going to use the arm of the leg that's being stretched, and you're going to rotate away from it. Nice deep breaths here. And back up. So we're going to rock back up to starting position, keeping our back nice and flat the whole way through. I'm not sitting very far back, just slightly to feel a good stretch here. Then we're going to weave through. Good, back up. Let's do one more on this side, and then we'll switch sides. So slightly sitting back, threading through here. All right. Switch legs. We're going to extend our other leg, gripping the floor with our toes here, pushing away from the floor with our hands, sitting back slightly, threading away. And back up. Good, back to starting position. Neutral neck, sitting back, thread through. Good. Come back up. Let's finish up with one more here. Sitting back. Thread. All right. That's all the time we have for this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me for morning mobility. Hopefully you guys will be able to join me again for Unravel at 11:15. But if not, I hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend.